People get legitimately freaked out when I tell them that I don't cleanse my skin in the morning. But like, I approach skincare from a scientific perspective, and I have my reasons for doing so. And today I want to explain that, but also take you through my morning and evening skincare routines, because I haven't talked about them in a hot minute, and it's due time. We'll start out with the evening because my morning routine is kind of a little bit whack-a-dackle doodle-doo. But I really do think that good skincare starts in the evening, because that's when you're not in the sun. That's when you're not out and about getting things on your face and touching it all day. When you're asleep at night, your skin is actually rebuilding. And for me, what I do before I go to bed, it depends on whether or not I wear makeup that day. You know Dr. Bronners, I've been using this for years, and a lot of people have issues with it, but let me tell you, this is inexpensive and it is effective for me. This is hands down one of the best makeup removers I've ever used. I have used different oils, different creams, but this stuff just works. I've done a whole video explaining it, also talking about how it temporarily changes the pH of my skin before I bring it back down with something a little bit more acidic. But this is the 8-in-1 Pure Castile soap with organic oils. This one happens to be the Tea Tree Plus Hemp. That is the only one that's really worked for me excellently. And I don't use the bar, I only use the liquid, but this whole thing is like $8. You can get the big 32 ounce for $16. And I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and it is the best way to break down the makeup on my face. But what a lot of people don't realize is that if you wear makeup and you use a makeup remover, you should still cleanse afterwards, because cleansing the skin is removing the dirt and the oils and the impurities on top of it, but also they get stuck in the pores. Whereas a makeup remover just removes the makeup that's sitting on top. So if I'm wearing makeup, I definitely use this. And whether or not I'm wearing makeup that day, I do go in my cleanser. This cleanser, he's been having some identity issues. I have only been using this as of very recently. This is the AHA BHA Acne Cleanser. It's an anti-acne solution from Dermalure. Dermalure is a line that I've been familiar with for around 4 or 5 years. I've only used it in professional settings. I have never really used it at home. I loved the ingredients and I thought, this is going to be perfect. Let me tell you, it says a cleanser, but it's a toner. I don't know why they labeled it as a cleanser, because after I look at the directions and the specifications for use, it's meant to be used as a toner, but it's called a cleanser on here. So I am going to be switching it up because it's not a cleanser, it's a toner. So there's niacinamide in there, vitamin B3, vitamin B5, there's vitamin C in here. On top of the AHA and BHA, we have witch hazel, we have organic aloe, we got tea tree, which I have loved for years. It's going through an identity crisis, and I'm actually considering switching to one of these two. I haven't totally made the decision yet because I want to try something that's new and fun, but that I can also give feedback to others for. And right now I have other serums and things inside of my routine that are kind of targeting acne for me, so I don't need a specific acne cleanser. But if you have an opinion or a request for me to try out the Skin Effects Barrier Plus versus the Ulla Henriksen Truth Cleanser, let me know, because I'm interested in trying both of these. I'm gonna give this maybe 3 more days and then I'm done. After I cleanse, of course, I go in and I tone. This is the Glycolic Acid Toner from The Ordinary. It has that great pH. It penetrates really deeply. It's a little bit more acidic than a normal toner, and it is alcohol-free, which is nice. I've spoken about this 100,000 times, so you better know it by now. Now here's where things get interesting at night. I have a super, super potent all-trans retinol serum, or I have a glycolic acid one. Retinol is a very, very powerful ingredient. If it's retinoic acid, it's prescription for acne. You can get things over the counter. This is a medical grade. I know that you can't purchase it in stores. I will find out if you can get it online, because I'm not sure if you can. But this is the medical grade skincare liquid gold 1X all trans retinol. But it also has caffeine and it has green tea extract in it. So those are really nice antioxidants for the skin. It does come in a cyclopentasiloxane or dimethicone base. That's what's found in a lot of primers. Some people who have acne don't like those ingredients. I used to be super afraid of them. I have learned more, I've grown, and I've changed my opinions on some of those ingredients. This is one of the only non-prescription products that can actually give my skin dryness if I use too much of it. So one of my tried and true is the Ordinary Granactive Retinoid. This is in the same family as this one, only it's less potent and it has less of a chance to be irritating. So when my skin is like way overdone with this, I go to this one. I've been using this one since like May, and I've been using this one for years, but as a part of my routine, I kind of use these interchangeably. You can totally use retinol during the day, but the reason that I use my retinol products at night is because they won't get degraded when I'm out and about. UV light can degrade retinol and make it less potent potent. And also, if you're using a retinol product, you don't want to go out into the sun without SPF. So I just put these on at night. They actually have a chance to sit onto my skin and penetrate. They do me good. But there are days that I don't use them at all, and that is when I do use these two. This one is from Pixi Beauty. I've been using this one for a while, and I think I'm going to stop pretty soon. This is the Tonic Serum. Ever since I switched to the Ordinary's toner away from the Juice Beauty and the Pixi toner, I picked up the Pixi Tonic Serum because it has some really good ingredients. Half of Pixi's products are like really questionable, full of fragrance and like ingredients that you're just kind of scratching your head at. It's like, girl, are you drunk? But then the other half of their formulas are super good, made with integrity, and like delicious from the perspective of the pores in my skin. This one specifically has aloe vera, it has glycerin, glycolic acid, it has aloe, it has ginseng, it has a lot of those ingredients that are really good. But why do I choose to use these two acidic products in place of these two retinol products? Why don't I just use them together or back to back? The reason why is because retinol works optimally at a pH of around 5. pH stands for potential hydrogen. And some acidic products, although they do amazing things for the skin, they are more acidic and they could lower the skin's pH down to like a 4 or even a 3.5 if they're really, really intense. So because these groups of products work best in different environments, I don't want to put them both on my face at the same time and have neither of them work as optimally as they could. So based on science, I switch these up, and I don't do it every day. I would say I'm like a week or two on and then a week or two off and then vice versa. I do think I'm going to stop this one pretty soon though, because it's not my tried and true. Then it comes to the moisturizer, and the moisture that I'm using, I've actually been going through a ton of it. It's the Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid and Moisturizing Factors. This is really great. It goes on in kind of a cloud-like texture. It's really nice because it totally soaks into pores. But I don't use it on its own. I actually do a mix-in. This is from Paula's Choice. It's a peptide booster with amino acid complex. It's non-irritating and fragrance-free, and it looks like they have 5 or more peptides in here. Peptides theoretically are supposed to work by going into your skin, stimulating your skin to build up peptides into proteins, things like collagen or elastin, so that your skin can be plumper and help with scars and like fight off wrinkles. I don't actually know if it's working that well. The way this works, it kind of smells soapy, like it smells pleasant, but it's like this liquid that you mix into your moisturizer. And again, I know The Ordinary, I've trusted this product for a long time. I just mix it in with this hyaluronic acid moisturizer. And I've been using it for about 2 months now, and I just really haven't noticed anything amazing in my skin. And it wasn't until after I started using it and I rechecked the ingredients that it looks like it has hydrolyzed silk in it, which, unless that comes from a synthetic source, would not be vegan. And as a vegan for ethics reasons, that really upsets me. I did get this from PR. I did not purchase this one myself, so I should have been more diligent about checking the ingredients, but I'm not super happy with it so far. And that's sad because I usually love Paula's Choice. So the good thing about amino acids and peptides is that they can be soothing to the skin, so it does act as a good moisturizer, but at this point it's just an expensive addition to a moisturizer that already works for me. And I don't remember if I mentioned this or if you're new here, but I only change one product in my skincare routine at a time. And the reason why is because the skin takes a minimum of 28 days to renew. And in the name of skincare science, I want to isolate my variables, because what if I'm stressed? What if I'm about to have my period and I'm breaking out because I ate bad or something along those lines? I don't want to blame my breakout on a new product that I'm trying. So you need to give it a full cycle, which is what I do, which is why I switch things out one at a time, really, really slow. And if you are new and you just learned something, hit that like and subscribe button. Join the beautiful butterfly family. Hello. But I am about ready to get rid of this one. To be totally honest, I really miss my jojoba oil and tea tree. The OG beautiful butterflies know that that has been a part of my life for the longest time and really impacted my skin in such a positive way. And it's $6. One of my favorites. My skin goes through its magical transformation at night, and then I wake up in the morning. And this is where I do not cleanse my face. I was always told cleanse your face in the morning and cleanse your face at night. But the truth is that once I started working in skincare, once I started researching skincare, once I started understanding my own skin, I found that the products and the routine that I used at night worked so well that when I woke up in the morning, I didn't have a lot of crap on my face. Your skin might sweat at night and you might get a little bit of oil, but it's not like you have the makeup, the dirt, the food, the grandma smooches on your cheeks that you get throughout the day. And I found that doing another layer of like an intense cleanser in the morning just wasn't right for my skin. And if anything, it stripped my skin a little bit more in the morning than I would want it to. So in the morning, I do rinse my skin with warm water. I just kind of give it a surface level pat down, but I do not go in with a cleanser, and I do not use anything stripping or harsh on it because for me, I don't really sweat when I sleep. I clean my Peluki marshmallow shaped pillowcase regularly. I just don't need a skincare cleanser in the morning, and I've been doing that for a couple years now, and my face likes it. What I do go in with in the morning after that little rinse off is a Niacinamide and Zinc serum. This one might shock you. You're like, oh my god, why aren't you using The Ordinary? This one's from Glossier. I've actually done a compare and contrast on The Ordinary versus Glossier Zinc and Niacinamide serum. And although The Ordinary is a love of mine, the reason that I use this is because it does go on better underneath makeup. It's a little bit less sticky. And I would say that they're very comparable. It just depends on a user experience case. And right now, this has been something that I've been using since like end of summer, beginning of autumn. And if you click right here, you can see the video where I actually compare these two products head to head. This is not currently part of my routine, but I'm considering adding a retinoid in the daytime. Again, retinoids are totally fine to use during the day. You just need to back them up with SPF so that you're protected. And sometimes sun exposure can kind of degrade retinol, otherwise known as vitamin A, and it just becomes less potent. This is a dabbling gel from Acne Free, which is really, really interesting to me. But this is something that maybe in a couple of months after I finish adding some other things that I might consider adding to a routine as a spot treatment. I'll figure it out. The way that zinc and niacinamide work together on skin is by reducing redness and also helping to control oil production. And I especially target like my nose area because this T-zone is where I get the oiliest, and if I'm prone to blackheads, this is where I get them. So zinc and niacinamide keeps me in check. So at this point, I've woken up, rinsed my skin with water, put on a serum just kind of on my nose and T-zone area, and then I go directly in with my sunscreen. I don't use a serum, I don't use a moisturizer. This is what I do. I have been using this for years. It is one of my favorite sunscreens because it is a physical/mineral sunscreen, so it doesn't get absorbed into the bloodstream. It has aloe vera in it, it is non-irritating, and the formula itself is actually really soothing, and it goes onto the skin and kind of acts like a moisturizer or a barrier for me. I love this. It is the 30 SPF from Juice Beauty. It's made with organic ingredients. It's one of my favorites, and again, been using this for years, but I am ready to switch it up. This has been on my mind for quite a while. It's an SPF 40. Dr. Dre recommended it. It's made for sensitive skin. And again, it is a mineral-based, cruelty-free sunscreen. So this is something that I'm very excited to add to my routine. And I'm very sad because I've trusted this one for so many years, for so long. Again, I still love it, but I am ready to let it go. But this is kind of what I soothe onto my skin before I go outside. Every single routine should contain a sunscreen because preventing skin cancer and wrinkles and pigmentation issues is a lot easier than treating them. But especially in routines that have some sort of an acid or that have some sort of retinol product, you need a sunscreen. So this is the one I use. Now there are some other interesting choices that I put on my face. I am actually preparing my face for some intensive chemical peels. I have some eye patches and pimple patches that I use as well as face masks, but this video is long enough already. If you want to watch that video, it'll be right here next to this one, but make sure that you that like button if you liked this video and that you whoosh that subscribe button if you haven't already. Always remember to be beautiful inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in this video that we discuss these products right here. Love you guys. Bye.